How you doing? My name is Miles Cox. I own a 1970 Roadrunner. I had a lot of work done to this Roadrunner. I was lucky to get it from a friend of mine who was selling it for about $15,000. And the only reason I got it before anybody else because no one else had the money at the time, otherwise I wouldn't have it. Right after that, I ran into a little bit of money, so I decided to put it into the car. I had the car completely restored as a resto mod, had everything I wanted to get done with it, I had it done. I didn't spare any expense. I had a lot of ideas. I put all the extras on it, all the, everything that I saw that I could do to it, I did to it. The car has been completely restored on a rotisserie rack. The bottom looks just as good as the top. The engine, I had the engine rebuilt. I had it put a mild cam in it, put in about 420 horse. It was a 4-barrel. I changed it into a 6-pack because these were all the extras I wanted for the car. I had everything done to it that I could, but the car is now it's the way I wanted it. The car when I got it was a good car, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. The original color was Sublime Green, and I really didn't like the Sublime Green, so I changed it to actually a Mustang Green. This is called Gotta Be Green. It's the name of the paint. It was a little shade darker, still got the bright green, but a shade darker, which makes it better to look at with the black and the dark rims. So I figured if I'm gonna have this bright colored car, I wanna make something different. I'm gonna have dark colored rims to go good with the bright color. Nobody really does that on a car like this, so I wanted to be different. So I put black deep dish rims, and what I also did was, when I saw it come together, it needed one more thing. So what I did is I added a red stripe to the rim to make it break apart from the car, because without the red stripe, the rims kind of disappeared into the tire. So the red stripe made a big difference, and that made it more like a Hot Wheels, which is, we're all big kids. So this is my big toy because I'm still a big kid. The story of this car is what I originally wanted to do was change it into a Superbird. But halfway through the process, I fell in love with the front grille. So I changed my mind back, but I had already bought the interior for a Superbird, so it's got a Superbird interior and in my Roadrunner, which is perfect for me anyway because it's not, I didn't want to make it like original with a bench seat. So I kept those seats, kept that interior. The interior is brand new. Everything inside the car is brand new. Everything under the car is brand new. Everything about the car is brand new. I added lights to it. It's also a good driver. I had today's suspension coilovers, everything, frame rail connectors to make the car sturdy. It doesn't sway around turns. It stays sharp and easy. There's no AC because I'm a windows down guy. I like my cigarette windows. So I flip those open and it keeps me cool driving it. So the story of this car is I never had one when I was a kid, but now I do. I decided to get it now and I'm loving every second of it. I come to the show, I've been here for a couple of years. I used to have a 90 Corvette and that was okay car, but now when I bring this, everybody loves this car. I remember the first day I bought it here, they told me it was like the best motor car that they've ever seen, and I wound up winning the show that day. So this is like its third time back, and I'll be coming for many more years after that. I love coming here. It's a beautiful show, and you'll see me a lot here.
My name's Bill Blackington. I'm from Harrington Park, New Jersey. This is the 1931 Ford Model A pickup truck. My father and I own it. My father, Chuck Blackington. We got it about a little over a year ago, maybe, down in Cape May. My dad was talking to a gentleman down there who's into Model A's, and he said, hey, we're looking for a Model A pickup truck for about 5 years, right? Finally one came up. Guy gave Dad a call and went down, checked it out, bought it, brought it home. Rented a U-Haul trailer and brought it right home. And that's what we've been doing, playing with this thing. Just kind of maintaining it. The other day I changed the valve cover gasket on it and replaced the oil return tube. Got a flat the other day. I repaired the inner tube, and you know, I just mess around with it. It's made for the average man to work on, definitely, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we were having an issue with the lights were yellow, you know, and so I did research on it, and I found you could get an alternator for the thing, still 6 volt with the positive ground, just like the original, but it's an alternator, so it puts out some good voltage. I think it's about 60 volts or stuff like that, 60 amps rather, and it really, the lights work now. They're white. The horn works every time you press it now, not every once in a while. It works like 100% now. It's unbelievable. There it goes. And it's a lot of fun. We get thumbs up everywhere we go. This is our first time up here, to be honest with you. I was scared to come up here today, and I said, hey, Dad, let's try it out. It's beautiful out. Let's drive up and see what we can do.
What do you like about the show? Is it all right?
Oh, it's excellent. It's really nice. It's huge. A lot of different cars from all different eras, all different flavors. Nice crowd. Seems like a pretty wholesome crowd here, and you know, it's a good time, I think. I'm definitely coming back.
Well, hi. This is my baby. I'm Ralph Montemarano, and I live in Montvale, New Jersey. This is a 1964 and a half. It's a half because it was introduced at the World's Fair in April of 1964. It was such a big hit that they reintroduced the car in September of 64. So the 64 and a halves are very unique because they made modifications to it when it came back out in the fall. So I found this car from the original owner. He owned it since day one. He restored it for his daughter. She decided she didn't want the car, so he was desperate to get rid of it. He was retiring and moving down to North Carolina, so I came along and I picked up this baby, and I've had it about a year now. I love it. Great car. It's a lot of fun. My wife over here, Sarah, she grew up with a 1966 Mustang, so she's bringing back a lot of nostalgia. And that's Kinsey. I also have a Corvette. I've been coming here. This is my 5th year coming to the show. And I'll tell you, this weather is just perfect today. This is a perfect day.
Great way to spend the Wednesday evening.
Yes.
All right, hey, my name is Mike Hackett from Peekskill, New York. I got a 60 Plymouth Savoy that I found back in '09 and been cruising ever since. It was originally a slant 6 with 3 on the tree, and now it's 440 4-speed with disc brake conversion, 323s in the back. She runs great. Take this thing to Lake George all the time. She just goes and goes and goes. Even get it down the road a little sideways with smoke billowing out of the quarter panels. It's the original paint car. I got it with 28,000 original miles on it. The interior was redone a little bit, but it's pretty much an original car besides the drivetrain. Just cruising it, just hopefully probably keep this thing till I die, and yeah, just make the most of it. So.
Who's gonna get it? Is that your son in the back?
My son, hopefully he'll be into these things too down the road. So.
And he'll be getting this car, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if unless things go crazy or hell in a handbasket, but as of now, that's the plan. All right, so we just noticed one other thing I forgot to mention about the car is if you look closely at the hood, it's got some interesting marks on there. And basically, one of the owners, right before I bought the car, was starting to date somebody who was recently out of a marriage. And the husband came to protest the relationship that was going on between the ex and the husband, and or the new boyfriend who owned the car. So they had a dispute outside the car under the carport, and what happened was the owner of the car took an axe off the wall to scare off the ex-husband and attacked his own car to scare off the attacking ex-husband. So now I'm left with trying to fix the hood on the car, but it gives it a little character. I was thinking about putting an axe back in the car and cruising around like that, but for now it's fine the way it is. But I always have to answer what those little marks in the hood are for. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, so good times.
My name's Greg, Hellcat Enforcer on Instagram. Go check me out. Got a 2015 Dodge Hellcat. Did a pulley, tune, software, so she's pushing about 800 horses now. But we're trying to do a lot of work in the future. It's been wrapped. It's on air ride suspension, airlift performance. A lot of lights, as you can see. Just having a little fun. But I'm sponsored by Self-Made Auto Works. They're in Yonkers, Sawmill River Road, so definitely go check them out. And that's my club. Team Move Over, go check them out also. I'm also sponsored by Vertini. So Vertini wheels, they're a 22-inch by 10.5 in the front, 22 by 11.5 in the rear. And that's one of my sponsors. I love it. There's a lot of power. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's fun. I love the car. I really love the car.
You get the car stock and then you just started going crazy?
Oh yeah, I got it bone stock. It's white. It actually looked just like that one right there. And the push bar. Everybody stops me about the push bar. I got the idea from the first Transformers movie, the Mustang Barricade. I thought it looked mean, so I had to do it, and I've been doing it for 10 years, so I absolutely love it.
How long have you been coming to the show?
This is my second time, but I live in Yonkers, so not too far from here. It's a great show. There's nothing like this one.